Hi you guys, it's Lisa, and today I'm going to do a open keto tag developed by Melanie Hinde. And if you have not checked out her channel yet, I'm going to put her link in the description below. I really think you should check her out because she has an awesome channel. Check her out. So let's go through her 10 questions. The first question is, where do you find support on your keto and intermittent fasting journey? Well, the first place that I find support is at home. My husband's been doing keto even longer than I have, and his diabetes has been healed. He doesn't take insulin or anything like that anymore because he has been on keto for nearly 2 years. The second place that I find support is at work. I have a lot of people at work that watch my channel and have started keto, and we talk about our journeys at work and our successes and maybe some failures and different things. And it's very encouraging to know that all the people around you in real life are on the same journey and you can really talk about it. But the third place that I find support, and probably the biggest place that I find support, is on YouTube. I find support through the channels that I watch. I find out what works for people and what doesn't work for people. I find encouragement through their weight loss journeys, but also, and most importantly, I find encouragement and support on my own channel because the people that watch my videos and comment on my videos are so encouraging. I mean, you're all just so awesome, and you really give me the motivation to keep on going. So that's where I get my support. Number 2, how do you explain the difference between intermittent fasting and starving? Well, first of all, intermittent fasting and starving are not the same thing. People who are starving, they don't know where their next meal is going to come from. They don't have a choice on, I'm going to eat at this certain time or on this certain day. They're just always looking for food or hoping or wondering or waiting for food. Intermittent fasting is a choice that people make. Intermittent fasting can be 16, 18, 24, 48 hours of not having food, and actually what they're doing is they're increasing their metabolism. And it's a good way to kickstart autophagy, which is helping the cells in your body to renew themselves. So it's not the same thing. When you're intermittent fasting, you know when your next meal is coming. I mean, if your blood sugar drops too low, you can go in your kitchen and get a snack. You can have some bone broth. You can do whatever you want to do in order to stop the intermittent fasting. When you're starving, you don't do that. Number 3, what do you say to people who accuse you of having an eating disorder? Well, I say they're right, because I do have an eating disorder, and that's something that I've really been working on the last year or so since I've started keto, and keto's really helped me a lot in that. But keto is not an eating disorder. It's an eating plan that helps you have a healthier body. And having an eating disorder and keto are not the same thing either. I mean, binging, that type of thing is something that keto's really been helping me with. Number 4, what is the craziest idea that someone has said to you about your ketogenic lifestyle? Well, I don't think anybody's said anything really crazy to me, but I have had a little bit of opposition, especially at work with some of the doctors and pharmacists and people like that, just not being totally on board with having such low carbs. They're all under the assumption that your body needs carbs to function. And yeah, vegetables, it depends on the carbs that you're eating. I mean, if you're eating all simple carbs and a lot of high carb foods, your body really doesn't need that. If you're eating vegetables, now vegetables are a carb and they're very, very healthy for you. Now some people can't eat vegetables without consequences, And a lot of those people go on the carnivore diet, which carnivore really isn't keto. It's a totally separate thing. But when you're doing a ketogenic lifestyle, you're getting your carbs from vegetables, and you are getting carbs, but you're getting healthy carbs. Number 5, what is your favorite keto food? Well, I have a lot of those. My number 1 favorite keto food is avocado. Now, if you're doing net carbs, you can fit avocados into your diet easily. But right now I'm trying to do total carbs because I really feel like the net carb thing is not working for me. So I haven't really been having avocado very much, because avocados can be high in carbs, but they're also high in fiber and high in fat. So if you counted the net carbs on an avocado, they're actually lower in carbs. But I'm not doing net carbs right now, and so I'm really limiting the types of sweeteners that I have and the types of vegetables that I eat, because I'm really trying to stick with total carbs on my diet. And I'm really trying to stay at 20 or under to kind of kickstart this weight loss stall that I've been on. But another one of my favorites is bacon. And bacon has 0 carbs. So you notice on some of my full days of eating lately, I've been eating a lot of bacon. Number 6, has your keto journey inspired anyone to start keto? Well, yeah, I've had quite a few people at work and even some people in my family that have started keto because they've seen what has happened with me and with my husband as well. Number 7, how do you feel about the new 30% tax they are talking about imposing on pork? Well, I just heard about this the other day when I was listening to Melanie's channel, but I mean, if they're really thinking about doing that, I just think it's ridiculous. I mean, why would you do that? Pork is no worse or better for you than any other meat out there. And I don't know. I don't understand it enough to really comment on that. Number 8, what non-keto food do you miss the most, if any? Well, the one thing that I've really missed is bread and tortillas. I have missed it. I mean, there's a lot of people that say that they don't miss that, but I have missed it. And if you've seen some of my videos, my recipes and full days of eating, I've really tried to find like the ultimate bread recipe or the ultimate tortilla recipe. And I think I've come up with a couple of winners. If you haven't checked out my keto stuffing recipe that I recently posted, the bread recipe for that stands on its own. It's delicious and it's easy to make. But also there's a modified fathead dough recipe that a lot of people are using for bread. And I have a keto bagel recipe on my channel, and that is delicious. That doesn't make me miss bread at all. And then the third one is tortillas. So the third recipe that I have that's really helped me with that is I have a pork rind tortilla recipe that's delicious. And a lot of people have found that recipe lately and have been commenting on it, and it really is good. So if you're missing tortillas or you're missing bread, check out the keto bagel recipe and check out the pork rind tortilla recipe. So that's that. Number 9, who is your favorite big keto YouTuber with 10,000 subs or more? Well, one of my favorite of the bigger keto YouTubers is Keto Savage. I don't know if he has 10,000 or more. I'm pretty sure he does. I don't know how many subs he has because he doesn't show it on his channel. But just by the views that he gets, I'm assuming that he's over 10K. But another one that I really enjoy watching is Catherine Michelle. Everybody knows her. And I actually started watching her before I started keto. And I just enjoy her vlogs. And I don't watch her as much as I used to, because since I started my channel, I focus more on the smaller channels because I really feel like they need our support more than the bigger people do. But I do watch Keto Savage. I don't miss his videos. Number 10. Since beginning your keto journey, what are your top 3 milestones? The 3 happiest moments on your journey so far? Well, the first one that I have to say is fitting into a size 10. Yeah, I fit into a size 10. I still have a thick waist and I still have kind of a chunky face, but I am fitting into a size 10 comfortably. And that's been like the smallest size that I can remember wearing ever. So that's probably one of the best and most encouraging things for me. And if you watch some of my older videos, I've been going through some of my older videos lately, you can really tell a difference in my body from last year until now. I really have lost a lot of weight, even though I've been in a stall for quite a long time, probably about 6 months or so now. The second milestone is getting rid of all the inflammation in my body. I always felt just really bloated and gross all the time when I was eating carbs all the time. And keto's really gotten rid of all the inflammation in my body. The third thing is I'm not thinking about food all of the time. Yeah, I have my moments and I've gone off keto, and that's just all part of the eating disorder that I've had that keto's been healing. But for the most part, I really feel like keto has healed my constant thought about food. Where is my next meal going to come from? And what am I going to eat? And what am I going to have? And when I go to this place or that place, what am I going to eat? And what am I going to do? And food just consumed my thoughts all the time before keto. And in the last year or so, I've noticed that I don't really think about it that much. And when I meal prep during the week, I don't think about what I'm going to eat. That's why meal prep is so important for me. So anyway, those are the 10 questions. I hope you enjoyed them. And if you want to answer these questions, I'll link them in the description below as well. And make sure you check out Melanie, because she really is a good YouTuber and has a fun channel. She has a lot of encouragement on her channel if you really watch her journey. And I don't know, just be inspired by her. That's all I've got to say. Be inspired. So anyway, that's all that I have for you today. So until next time, keep calm and keto on.